Arsenal against Manchester City is going to be a tough match. A tough match today. A tough match today. I hope you are going to be watching that one. Well, I'll be rooting for Manchester City as usual, and I will hope that they bring their A game. Remember this match, first leg, I think it was 2-2. It was a very tough match on that day, but this time around, many things are at stake, top of the table clash, who wins the league, who comes second and stuff like that. So many things are at stake. Right now, Manchester City has gone into the transfer market. They tried to sign a couple of players. Kusanov has arrived. Victor Ruiz has arrived. Omar Mamouche has arrived. Maybe they might still sign a player before Monday. We don't know that yet. So it's going to be a plus for them. A team that understands what they were supposed to do. They realize that injury crisis is affecting them right now. So they went into the transfer market, get what they need, put them straight into the first team, which is going to help them today. But then Arsenal on the other part, if you look at what Arsenal has been doing in transfer market, they waited up until the final moments of the transfer market to be able to get Oli Watkins. But then even Oli Watkins himself, Aston Villa is saying from Unai Emery that they are not going to sell. They've already sold John Duran to Al Nassr. So what makes you think they are going to release their best striker last season, their top goal scorer last season, this season again? He's proving himself. He's doing so well. He's doing amazing well. You want them to give it to you, a team that is in the Champions League sport, a team that is in top 10 in the Premier League. So how is it possible for them to do that deal? Then that is on the part of Arsenal. So Arsenal has not been doing what they're supposed to do in transfer market very well in terms of getting a striker, fit into the team. Kai Havertz is not going to be that striker. I keep saying it. He's not going to guarantee you 20 goals a season. And when it is time to prove himself, he's not going to do that. He will ghost, especially in the big games. Seriously. Now, if you look at the tactics of Arsenal and what they're going to be doing, Arsenal plays Thomas Partey off position at fullback. Then they play Declan Rice, they play Mikel Merino, they play Martin Odegaard in the middle of the park. Now, when you play Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard, plus Saliba, plus Gabriel, and plus maybe Calafiori or someone, or Julian Timber, you are playing a defensive setup. That is a defensive setup. Especially this period that they don't have a Saka, which is the poster boy or the star boy in this Arsenal team. As much as Martin Odegaard is the brain box, the architect of the team, Saka will always be the poster boy of that team. But then, if you set up your team defensively and there is no Saka there, because when you set up defensively, you rely on transitions and your counter attack. Now, your counter attack, Saka is that player that creates for them. Martinelli puts his face to the ground whenever he's playing. Now, without Saka, Trossard doesn't have the pace. Kai Havertz doesn't have the pace. Gabriel Jesus is not there. Now, how is your transition going to be against Manchester City? Because sitting at the back, it brings Manchester City into the game. Manchester City comes into the game, imposes their game plan and everything. But on the counter, on your transition, you don't do a good job. Once Man City cut off your counter, they are quickly going to turn the defense into attack, and then they will score you. It's as simple as ABC. That's football. But then Martin Odegaard needs to be so amazing today to be able to get them over the line, because they will rely so much on him to be able to, create. Man City have their own issues in terms of Rodri is not there, Kai Walker is no longer there. If you watch the first game, most of the Arsenal attack was foiled by Kai Walker. But now Kai Walker is not there, and Man City has proven time and time again that all the big teams in England will definitely score them. The big teams will score them. Even the average teams will definitely score them. As much as there is no average team again in England because everybody is now tough. But they will definitely score them. Now, if Arsenal scores first, it's going to be a different kettle of fish for Arsenal. But what if Manchester City scores first? That's a different thing. But definitely, if Arsenal can maintain maybe their team selection and everything, they are definitely going to have something in the game. If you rely on the brilliance of one area, 17-year-old or thereabout year-old, to be able to get you over the line, then you are mistaken. You are joking. You become a joking club. Seriously. I'm sure they are not going to rely on one area. You understand? Martinelli is going to be in the lineup. Trossard might be in the lineup. Definitely. Odegaard will be in the lineup. Man City, they have their couple of issues in the middle of the park. Kevin De Bruyne is no longer the force he used to be. Age has taken a toll. Gundogan, age is coming. Bernardo Silva is aging. John Stones is aging with injuries and stuff like that. Ederson has aged. And a couple of other players that have aged. Ruben Diaz might not play today. Doku as well might not play, but then they have the brilliance of Savinho and the rest of them. Omar Mamouche is going to be there. Definitely, Haaland will be there in the mix. So a couple of things is going to go on both sides. But let's see how the managers are going to, bring out their tactical masterclass and stuff like that, because it's going to be a high-intensity game, a tactical masterclass from both sides. If Arsenal can sustain the momentum and get something out of this game, possibly a 3-point, then it's going to help their cause in terms of maintaining that momentum on Liverpool. Because if you watch what Liverpool did against Bournemouth. It was shocking. That win they got was so amazing, so massive for them in terms of maintaining the momentum at the top of the table. So if Arsenal gets that, it's going to be a plus for them. If Manchester City also gets that, it's going to also be a plus for them, because Man City this year, Man City has, I think, 1 draw or 2 draws. 1 draw. They've been winning games this year. So that is a plus for them, picking at the right time. Arsenal, yes, a couple of deep in form, a couple of inconsistencies, but then they are finding their feet once again. So it's going to be a battle of the Titans, at the Emirates Stadium. It is both team to win, it is both team to lose, and stuff like that. But then I'll be rooting for Manchester City anyway. I believe Guardiola, Arteta doesn't, he has. I can't really say confidently that Arteta has, imposed himself on Guardiola the way Jurgen Klopp did during those years. But he's finding his feet. I believe he's going to, if he gets this right, it's going to work well for him. Arsenal, they are not a walk in the park. Man City, let's see how it's going to be. Go, guys. Ciao.